Hey guys, how are we today? Hope we're having a lovely day. For today's video, we're continuing on with our one color challenges, and today's color is red. So for today's look, it was a lot more challenging than it has been in the past, sticking only to one color. You know, not as many red options out there as other colors, but if you'd like to see how I created this look, keep watching. Okay, so I'm just going to scooch you in a little bit closer and then we're going to get started with this eye look. For today's look, I'm using my beautiful Femme Rosa She palette. So this is the Colourpop collab with C.ArchiGirl. So let's have a look inside there. Now, I have been through all of my palettes this afternoon and had a quick look to see if I could find any reds in them. There's one in my Morphe Jaclyn Hill palette. There's another one in my Revolution Big Love, and I think that's about it. I think all of the others are a little bit too berry-ish. And when I first looked at this palette, like I pulled it out just thinking, oh, you know, I'll have a look and see what there is. But when sorry, it got caught on my mirror there. When I had a look at that there, this color here is really nice, and that's a really beautiful red, and this one is too. Sorry, I'll turn the lighting down a little bit. You can see it a little bit better there now, the colors that I'm looking at with those two there. I'll swatch them on my hand afterwards just so you can have a look at that as well, but let's scooch you in and we will get this look going. So first I'm just going to go in with this matte one here, which is called Deer. Let me just I might grab just a fluffy brush that I have and just see where we go. Alright, just going to pop that just over the outer portion of the lid. Now it is going to be really hard to create an eye look using just red, so I don't want to go too out there, and thankfully this one is a really nice beautiful matte, and it's not like it's pigmented but it's not too pigmented. Because I'm just using reds, it is pretty much impossible to find a light red, so I won't actually be able to do anything on the inner corner of my eye, which this will be interesting. So I'm pretty much just trying to keep it from like a third of the way across my eyelid out. And I just want to blend that up here into my crease a little bit. I don't want to go too out there and too crazy. Same as with my other looks I've done, I just want to kind of create a little bit more than an everyday look, but just to show you that sometimes you can actually use, your own skin against you. You don't have to put makeup or eyeshadow on every part of your face. Well, particularly with eyeshadow, but you don't have to cover your entire eyelid with eyeshadow. You can use your own natural, skin and eye colouring. Eyelid colouring, I should say, to work with it. Just going to blend that up there. You can see it is a little bit darker over here, but once again, that's just my veins. Just going to a little bit more coverage there on the outer corner, just where I'm going to put in that darker colour as well, and pretty much just keep it there. I don't want to blend it too far out this side. So it gives a really nice shape just like that, like just a pop of colour using the Colourpop palette without it being too much. So now I'm just going to start on this one as well. These brushes always tend to pick up most colour when they're clean. I don't know why. Every time I go onto the second eye, with these ones in particular, the face brushes aren't so bad, but Oh, that's not even one of those brushes. With these ones that I got all in a set, the first eye is usually always more like pigmented, although it probably doesn't look that on the camera because it's such a bright colour. So with the bright colours like this, when I'm always putting on the base layer, if I'm ever using a bright colour for the base layer like this, I always try and use different methods of applying it. So you'll see me pat it on, and then you'll see me swirl it around, and then you'll see me go backwards and forwards, just to try and make sure that we're getting even consistent coverage and that it's not going to be patchy. So I'm going backwards and forwards there, and then patting and pressing it, sweeping it across there, and then backwards and forwards again. And swirling it around over here. I think I went just slightly too far on that other one, so now I'm just going to even it up there. Sorry, I'm just cleaning this on a makeup eraser that I have beside me, just to take a lot of the colour off, so I can just go in and, you know, blend without applying any additional colour. Now I'm just going back in and just sweeping it along the lash line, just to make sure we have cover all the way down to the lash line as well. Okay, looks pretty even. I am pretty happy with that. So next I'm just going to go in with my flat brush, and I'm going to go into the shade Missy, which is down here, which seems like it's very, very dark. You wouldn't think that you could get a colour this bright from something that looks just like that. I think sometimes the, you know, background of the palette can have a lot to do with how the colours actually come across. Whoa, that's dark. Alright, let's go in here. Just gonna press it. So you can see the angle that I've used there, although not so much on this side because I've already blended it out, but I'm trying to, I'm just going to move the palette so I don't put my elbow in it, trying to almost just press it there flat so that you can see that little line across there. And with this eye as well, you can see the line where it has just been pressed down. I'm going to go into, with one of my crease brushes, a clean crease brush, and just blend that out between the two colours, and blend that out of the corner. Oh, I'm going to be so sad when this brush finally goes. It's been one of my go-to favourites for years. And it's just starting to, you know, get a lot of, I don't know if you can see it, a lot of little fraying, you know, hairs and fibres out the sides. And it got to the point where I actually had to trim a few of them off a couple of weeks ago, and it hasn't been washing nearly as well as it used to for a while. So it's going to be a sad, sad day when this one has to go, because I have been using it for years, so I've definitely gotten, you know, my money's worth with this brush. Just going to really deepen up right there on the lash line and on the corner. Now I haven't done my base makeup yet because I knew with reds, you know, the last thing I want to do is get any red underneath here and have it smear out because it would look terrible. Okay, so you can see just with the extra color that this brush has picked up just by blending it, I have been able to push that darker color just slightly up there into the crease. Okay, I'm actually pretty happy with that. So I think I'm going to stop there. The more I tend to fiddle with it after that, the more it just doesn't do what it wants to do. Well, doesn't do what I want it to do. It does what it wants to do, but it's not always what I want. So, oh, I forgot to do underneath. Just going to grab one of my smudging brushes. Just go back in with this first colored deer. And just pop that underneath here. Now I don't want to go too far under, probably only a third of the way. Just to like kind of blend out the colour a little bit. You can see there the difference, that this one just looks more cohesive than this side does. So just going to even that one up. All right, awesome. So I'm just going to leave you guys here for a second. I'm going to go pop on my base. I will do some eyeliner and mascara and I'll be right back. And I am back. I've foundationed, I've concealed, I've powdered, I have eyelinered and mascaraed. I've even popped on some false lashes. I know I was planning on just keeping this a bit of a simple everyday look, but when you're going red and red only, there's only so much that you can do. So I've popped on some of my Model Rock lashes. These are in the style, I think it's Smoke Bomb Mini style, double layered lashes. And wow, I think I've worn these in a video once before, and I always have issues with lashes just because of the length and shape and how my own lashes grow out. It's really difficult and tricky for me to kind of get them in at the right angles without it, you know, sticking as close as I can down there without it actually sticking to the ends of my own lashes. So I thought I'd give these a go again, you know, have a bit of a fiddle and play around. Pretty much a red only look is always going to be a bit out there, so why not? So next I'm going to go in with a blush. So I have the Revolution Blusher Reloaded in Rose Kiss. Now this is pretty much the darkest blush that I own. You can see it is very red. It is more of a pinky red, but I don't actually own any true red blushes. So I'm just going to go in and pop this on. There we go. Took a second there. Okay, so once again, red only. Same as with my orange and purple looks. And the pink actually means no contour, no bronzing. So it's pretty much blush is all that I can do. I think I might have gone a little bit hard there on that side, and it's just, wow, that is not as good as some of the other ones I've used. It's taken a minute. I might just need to pop a little bit of my powder back over this, turn it down, just a touch. Well, I definitely know for next time, it's actually the first time I've used that blush, so I definitely know for next time that right over here where I do get a little redness, just be very careful there. I'm just not having a good day today. It's just being difficult. Close enough. Close enough. So one of the downsides about a red only challenge is I don't have any red based highlighters. So with the last three it has been fairly easy. I've had pink based, I've had orange based, I even managed to find a purple based highlighter. I don't have any red based ones, so looks like it's no highlight today. I'm left with just eyes, cheeks and lips. So I'm going in with my Mary Kay Appleberry lipstick. Now I do have a couple of other red lipsticks, one being a Colourpop and one being MAC Ruby Woo, but I was kind of testing this out beforehand with the colours that I was using here, and this one does look the best with the look, and it actually looks best on my skin. MAC Ruby Woo is just a little bit too bright for me, and the Colourpop one was a little bit too in your face. This colour is my absolute favourite red lipstick. Even though it is more of a bit of a berry colour, I absolutely love it. I've been using this same colour for over 10 years now, so. I just love it. Love it, love it. Just gonna. Man, I went over. There we go. So this is it. This is my red look. I hope you've enjoyed the journey. You know, if you'd like to see any more of these, if you have any other colours that you'd like me to try, I think by the time this one will have gone up, I only have one more planned to do as well, which I should have filmed by the time this one is going up as well. I'm going to try and run them all a couple of days in a row. But if you have any unusual colours you'd like to see me try this with, feel free to comment down below. If you've done any videos like this before, once again, comment. But until then, I'll see you next time. Bye.